What's good, YouTube? It's Royal J, and in today's video I'm gonna be going over the best running gun settings and PvP settings in GTA Online. Before we get into the video, if you're new or if you haven't already, don't forget to add my PSN. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. If you want to play with me, text me. You all get a reply and everybody gets added back. Alright? I'm gonna be adding everybody until my friends list fills up. So with all that being said, we just gonna get straight to it. Now I know I talk about settings a lot, but I never went into detail on each setting. I kind of just ran through them and I never really talked about them. So we about to talk about them. Now first things first, I'm gonna talk about the default standard setting that most people in the game use for third-person control type and first-person control type. People usually have those both set to standard. Now, I'm gonna show y'all my settings. Now, those are my settings. I have standard FPS 2 for both of my control types, first-person and third-person, and you should too. What standard FPS 2 allows you to do is it allows you to move your camera while running. This allows you to aim and move your camera at the same time. Not only that, it allows you to overall move any way you want. As you can see, with FPS 2, I can aim and I can move side to side. Like you could strafe, you feel me? You can run, roll, come up, and you can easily just aim and move at the same. You can run and aim at the same time. Now I'm gonna show y'all what it's like playing on standard. Playing on standard looks like this. You have to tap X. You have to tap X, and then when you aim, look. Whenever I want to move my camera, look. I gotta do that, then I start running. No good. Don't use standard. Switch to standard FPS 2. FPS 2 allows you to run and aim at the same time, allowing you to play more smooth, and you could play against tryhards who use it as well. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people hate tryhards, and that's what a lot of people use. Tryhards specifically use standard FPS 2. Which allows them to run and shoot at the same time, or run and aim at the same time, whichever way you want to put it. So yeah, make sure your stuff is on standard FPS 2 for both control types. First setting I want to go over is third-person aiming sensitivity. Now this is basically just how quick you aim around, or how quick you look around when you aim it. Obviously, you want this up high because if you play in RNG or if you in a city or whatever, pretty much if you got your stuff low, you're going to get popped in your head because you're not going to be able to aim up quick enough or move around quick enough while you aiming to your opponent's head, and they're just going to pop you right off rip. So, yeah, you always want to put yourself all the way up high. Next setting is your first person look around sensitivity. This is basically just this. How quick you look around in first person. I'd recommend this to have been put up all the way high. Cause let's just say I'm running around, I can easily just turn around and shoot somebody. This is specifically for free mode. This ain't for RNG. That's why this is for PvP and RNG. Some of these settings are for RNG and some of these are for just PvP and free mode. Basically, the first person settings apply to PvP and free mode, and the third person settings apply to RNG, but those also do apply for free mode too, so don't get it twisted. So yeah, that's it for that setting. Now for my first person aiming sensitivity, I had that 3 notches up because that's for when I spam, when I'm in a PvP situation in free mode. So yeah, that doesn't apply to RNG itself. That's for like your accuracy when you're spamming. Basically it's like this. so that way I don't move too quick, but it's not too slow, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all. Now your third person look around sensitivity, I have that all the way up. That applies for PvP and RNG. So what this is basically how quick you look around too. Now for RNG, this is very important because when you're in RNG, it's very fast paced. So you want to be able to look around quick. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be looking around all slow. Then you're going to get aired out. You feel me? So you always want to have that up. If you ain't used to it, get used to it. It will help you out in the long run. You can look around hella fast. And yeah, it'll give you a big advantage over people who don't use that. Now the third person aim / look dead zone. Basically, I'm going to just explain the first person and the third person dead zones because they're both the same. Pretty much, this affects how much you have to move your analog stick to move your aim or whatever. So, I have mine all the way up. Some people may say, oh, bro, you just got to put it all the way down and that's better. Now, I feel like for this one, this is personal preference because I have tried to put mine all the way low and it messed up my aim. Pretty much when you have it all the way high, it forces you to push your analog stick even more to aim around and move around. But when you have it all the way down, pretty much what that does is you don't have to push the analog stick as much to look around left and right, up and down or whatever. So it could mess up your aim. I ain't gonna lie, sometimes if you have it too high, pretty much I'm gonna just put it like this. If you have it too high, you could mistakenly aim above the head on accident and that could actually get you killed. Or even if you do put it all the way low, that could also mess your headshots up too. So I recommend you start off with it low and then raise it up. And whichever one you get used to, then that's what you stick to. You can have it low, high, whichever one you think you could get used to. Like I said before, I tried it. I tried to have mine all the way low. It didn't work for me. But that's just me, you know what I'm saying? You might want to use yours low. You might want to put it all the way down. And that applies for first person and third person. So yeah, find what works for you and you're good. Now, I'm going to go over the first person and the third person look / aim acceleration. So what this is, pretty much the third person, this is how it is. Pretty much this controls how fast your analog stick starts to pick up speed and look around. Since I have mine all the way high, as soon as I move to the left or right, it instantly goes that way. Now you want this all the way high for RNGs strictly because, like I said before, RNG is very fast paced. You want to be able to move and aim as fast as you can. So I would definitely highly suggest y'all to put it all the way up when you're in RNG. Now you can do that for PvP as well if you're in free mode. Doesn't really matter. Find what works for you. And as you can see, my first person, I have mine all the way, what do I have mine at? Yeah, about, what is that? A few notches up, like 5 notches up. Once again, that applies for my spamming. Like I said before, first person aiming doesn't apply for RNGs because you're playing third person, but I have that low strictly for my spamming and PvP situations in free mode. So yeah, that's it for all these settings. These are mine. You could copy mine. You could find what works for you. You could test out different settings. Settings play a big role in your success of the game because a lot of the times you could be having the worst settings and you could be wondering why you play so bad because of your settings. A lot of people really do get messed up when they have bad settings, so it is important to find what works for you for both scenarios, free mode or RNG, y'all. So hopefully y'all found that helpful. Alright, so that's it for today's video. These are the best settings for PvP in free mode or in RNG. Hopefully y'all found it helpful somewhat. As I said before, if you haven't already, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to add my PSN. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's Royal J, and I'm gone.